Hi everyone. I'm laughing because so far nobody has watched my videos. I'm referring to everyone, but it's only me who is watching the videos up until now. Maybe if, hopefully, if you are watching this video, maybe it will be a year from now or 2 years. But it will be the same present moment. And it's wonderful how even through such a distance, through the technology, even with a huge distance in space and time, someone may watch this video after many years, and the general the emotions, the state of consciousness, everything stays there and is transferred. Today's video will be dedicated to ego. What is it? How does it change our lives? Can we let go of it? And ego, in a nutshell, means, at least this is the sense that I'm putting in it, identifying with something external. And ego, in a nutshell, or at least this is the sense that I'm putting in the word ego, because ultimately words are only pointers. They cannot express the sensation, the idea fully. Everyone has different understanding, different perspective, different so the way I use the word ego is basically identification with thoughts, emotions, external environment, attaching our sense of self, who we are, to something external, even if it's just a thought form, some concept, some belief, a story. And living and having this leads to having a separate, you might say, this creates duality. You have a mental picture of who you are based on the past events, upbringing, beliefs, traumatic events that happened in your past, personality, gender, even name everything. And this is the image that we have of ourselves. And we constantly try to put more to it, to strengthen it, to make it feel superior. If we add more possessions to it, more experiences, we've been to that many exotic, these marvelous trips. What else? Reputation, status, the big career. So the beautiful spouse, a trophy wife or husband, and but is this really who we are? Or is it only the constant mind chatter, the self-talk that we have? And most of the time we're not conscious that we have it. In a more severe form, you can see a person, a madman on the street, just talking to himself, and you say, poor guy, he's crazy. But that's what we all do after something, some event that affected you. You start thinking, wow, what should I should have responded this, I should have said, next time when I see this guy, I'll tell him this or that. And we're doing the same thing, but it's only it's only that we're not saying it out aloud. And in that moment, what happens is that our awareness is lost. It's absorbed, consumed by the self-talk, by the mind, by this endless sequence of thoughts of thinking about the next thing, and we're never really present, being able to realize what's happening, to be here and now, just being. We're always somewhere. And it might that after a few hours or even days or weeks, there is this disidentification from thinking. It's like you realize what you're doing, that you're detaching yourself from the thoughts. And it's almost like waking up from a dream. But while you're in the dream, you 100% believe in it. It's only when you wake up you realize this was just a dream. I was dreaming. The same thing happens in our daily lives. We're almost kidnapped, consumed, drawn into constant thinking. Not really aware of our beingness, of our presence. We're believing these thoughts and emotions 100%. We're in a movie. What happens? See if you can stay, if you can, for a minute or for a few seconds, if you can let go of your past, forget that you had a past, all your memories, your name, all the labels, judgments, perspectives, everything, your gender, your who you are, your personality. You let go of everything. Are you able to do it? What is it that still is there, that never never leaves you, never a very fundamental part of your identity, that you were it, you had it when you were a child, when you were an adolescent, a young adult. It was there all along, throughout the parallel mental chatter problems going around, and it was still there. This is your awareness. It's not yours, of course. I think I lost the thread of what I was supposed to talk about. Let's get back to the ego. The ego, as we said, is identification with forms, with the external nature of the world and the interpretations of it in your head, of your thoughts and emotions, and believing you are your thoughts, your emotions, what you see or so, believing 100%, not being able to have some spaciousness, some beingness around it. And when this happens, when we are 100% identified, we believe it gives us the sense of who we are. All those external things mean everything to us, to the ego. If something is threatened, is almost your whole existence is threatened. And it's even valid for mental opinions, for perspectives. Somebody questions your opinion or your judgment, and it might trigger you because somewhere to the ego this is almost the identity is threatened. It's something it's about life and death to the ego. And that's how even violent acts happen on the street or even between friends, and people get emotional. But at that point, they are not aware of what's happening, and they're defending they're defending themselves. What it means then to be egoless, to have no ego, less ego. When we talk about, For example, if we discuss something with someone and we share our opinions and we argue, but we're not identified, we're not attached, we're not deeply involved with our opinion, so it's just an exchange, and only then it might be productive, because you're not defending yourself. You don't get emotional, you don't get lost, and you can see, oh, maybe you're right, maybe yeah, I didn't know this. It's only then when you can really have this productive give and take of just opinions, or just mental knowledge sharing. And it's pleasant because you don't feel that something is might get threatened. You're not dependent on your opinion, because you're aware it's your opinion, it's your personality, your form, how you arrived at it through your whole life's experiences, upbringing, the environment where you were. The other person was in completely different environment, completely different, maybe different culture, country, gender. All those things matter, but it's not who you are fully 100%. And you're not dependent. You don't need to defend it. It's it's a nice practice, by the way, when you see that the other person gets aroused, maybe gets triggered, maybe is the ego in the other person that's talking, and it has this power to pull your ego out. It's a really vital moment in the interaction where you might sense that you're starting to get triggered, and it's a really nice practice to disidentify from the perspective, from don't say maybe I'm not right. Don't have another perspective, another belief, or don't, but just be there and allow the other person's opinion and words to go through you, to not judging them. You're saying what you think, but you don't charge it with yourself. You're just saying, are you sure? I think this or that. It looks like I'm on the opposite opinion, but it's not. And if you're able to maintain your presence, stay conscious in the conversation, there's a big chance that the other person as well responds and aligns to it, and becomes less and less triggered, and calms down. Have a wonderful day, everyone, whenever you're watching this video. Thank you.